I could really sort of wax on about the nature of money for hours because I played a significant role in creating PayPal.
Right.
And so my understanding of the money system at a fundamental level of how it actually works, the detailed mechanics of it, is, I think, there are very few people that understand it better than me. Bitcoin is an interesting example, obviously the prime mover on this, but the transaction volume of Bitcoin is low.
Yeah.
And the cost per transaction is high. It is, at least at its base level, suitable for maybe an exchange, a store of value. But fundamentally, Bitcoin is not a good substitute for transactional currency.
Right.
And even though it was created as a silly joke, Dogecoin is better suited for transactions.
Why is that?
The total transaction flow that you can do with Dogecoin is substantially more than, like, transactions per day is much higher than,
Right.
has much higher potential than Bitcoin. It is slightly inflationary,
Right.
but that inflationary number is a fixed number as opposed to a percentage.
Right.
So that means over time, its percentage inflation actually decreases. And that's actually good because it encourages people to spend and rather than sort of hoard it as a store of value.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Friday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Yeah, not a great day in crypto trading today because of all the degens out there still trading with leverage. And what do we see? Liquidations. That's right, liquidation city. So that was Elon in the intro there. Happy birthday, Elon Musk. I think he's 53 today. So happy birthday to Mr. Musk. And there he was talking about Bitcoin as a store of value. So you buy Bitcoin, right? And you hold on to it. And over time, price goes up, right? Store of value. But all the traders out there who continue to trade with leverage, the exchanges see what you do. They see your bids. They see your bets. They know where your liquidation points are. I'm not saying there is any kind of manipulation going on or anything like that, but it does seem to be quite a coincidence when we see these drops, like we just saw 59,800, that all of a sudden there's these big $1 million leverage positions that get liquidated. Funny how that happens. And it happened this morning, and now it's happening this afternoon. Again, as the price of Bitcoin dropped this morning, and then this afternoon has dropped even further and was briefly here below 60,000. And I've been watching it. I've been watching it on CoinGlass. I've been watching these liquidations happen. And these aren't all just small liquidations. No, some of these are like $1 million or hundreds of thousands of dollars. All of these BTC liquidations. Boom, 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 boom. And it just, everything you see here that's below 60K, $60,000 there, $40,000 there. Here's $30,000. Here's another $18,000, $62,000. Again, it's all on BTC. These are all BTCs that just happened in the last couple minutes. And some of them are even bigger. Here's one at 1557, so 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago. $626,000 liquidated at a price of $59,929. This was on the OKX exchange. They know what you're doing. They see it. And they know what your liquidation point is. This OKX exchange does not want to give out money on a leveraged trade. Somebody has a $626,000 leveraged trade at, I don't know what, 2x, 5x, 10x, whatever. They don't want to pay it out. And yes, exchanges do all kinds of things, Jason. They can short the market internally because they've got wallets filled with crypto. And if they want the price to go down, they can make it go down. But I'm not saying, I've got no proof, no nothing. I'm just not saying nothing, no manipulation, no nothing. But it's one hell of a coincidence, isn't it? Isn't it? That the price went down just below 59.9 here. And here's a $626,000 leveraged long that got liquidated right there. And then the price comes right back up. I'm just saying. So today we're going to talk about trading, liquidations. Yeah, it's all rigged. Exactly. What can we do as retail traders when all this crap is going on, right? What can we do, right? Because we're not doing that. I hope none of you are doing that. Thankfully, George at Cryptos R Us has stopped talking about all this leverage trading because I think he got wrecked enough times too, which he doesn't talk about as much. Oh, when times are good, prices are going up, he starts showing all of his leverage trades, right? But times aren't good right now. I mean, yes, we're in a bigger bull market, right? But we're in the middle of this pullback, which is now extending 2 months long. And every time something good happens, right? And you get this little glimmer of hope, right? And you think, all right, now crypto is going to take off, right? Like, let's say an ETH ETF, right? Well, that would seem to be good news, right? We think ETH ETFs are going to start next week. We've known that for a couple weeks now. SEC, Genzo even said, path looks clear. So what happens? You get a bunch of greedy traders who start buying longs, leveraged longs on ETH. And then look what happens. The price does not go up. You would expect, hey, price is going to go up, right? I mean, let's go, right? That's what you would expect. No. Price did not go up. Price dumped. How does that happen? Good news, right? Good news. ETH was trading above 3,500 there. It dropped all the way down to 3,250. Millions of dollars of leveraged long ETH futures wiped out. And most of them were made right there, betting the price would go up. But that's not what happened. Again, I'm not saying it's all being manipulated, but there's a lot of coincidences here. A lot of coincidences. And then today, just when you think the price is coming up, right? Okay, ETH, now we got through that. We wiped all that leverage out, right? Wiped it all out. Now we're getting closer to, beginning of July when these ETH ETFs are supposed to start. We're getting closer. Price is coming up. Okay. Now let's pile in and let's open up some more leverage trades. Nope. Dump it back down. Wipe those out. And you can go into CoinGlass here and you can say, look, let me look at just ETH. And you can see just the ETH liquidations. Just in the past half hour, 6,000, 12,000, 1,000, 1,000, $82,000. There's one, $82,000 wiped out. And more and more and more. Just look at them all. Wiped out. There were some, earlier today, there were some $1 million ones. Wiped out. So overall, in the past 24 hours, ETH has had $35 million in liquidations. Bitcoin has had $34 million. Doge is about $1 million in Doge. So Doge hasn't really been having as much of a swing as ETH and BTC have. This is where all the big leverage is happening right now, ETH, BTC, and a newcomer, yes, Solana. Solana's had $7 million over the past 24 hours. And why Solana? News, right? Good news. There are some applications for a Solana ETF. It's like, woohoo, go Solana, right? You would think that that would cause the Solana chart to go up, which it did a little bit, right? Here's the news. Let me zoom in a little more to the 2-hour chart here, and you can see there's the news, right? The news hits, price comes up. Guess what happens? Price went from 135 all the way up to 150, and then they dump it. Liquidating all those fresh new longs that were just piling in here, thinking this is easy money, and they dump it. So for those wondering, in cryptocurrency particularly, why does the price go up and down? It's the battle between the shorts and the longs. And the exchanges, the whales, make the price go up when they want it to go up, and they make the price go down when they want it to go down. Every once in a while, there's a big news event that can overcome that. We've seen that with Doge. We've seen it with ETH. We've seen it with many others. Retail traders can overcome that. But for the most part, if an exchange wants a price to go down, they can make it go down. So where's Doge right now? Doge is going sideways, up and down around 12 and a half. Not a big deal. We still have from Monday, the bottom here at 11.4. That was during Monday's live stream. Called the local bottom there. We're not anywhere near that. But look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is getting very close down to that low we had back on Monday. This was our new sloping up support line that got broken today. And Bitcoin is probably going to drop further because there's probably down here at 59, 59.8, 59.9, the traders are loading up with new leveraged longs, right? Betting the price is going to, okay, we dipped below 60K, wiped out some leverage. Now I'm going to open a new huge leverage trade right here because the price is going to go back up from here. And the exchanges know it. Not until we're full bull market rally stage is that going to work. And I don't think that's going to be until the fall. So until then, the battle will continue. Longs versus the shorts in the exchanges, just continuing to do their thing. That's the world we live in today. So that's my intro. We'll get into story time too in a little bit. And I got a little story that's on the same topic, because this is what is moving the crypto markets right now. I don't hear anybody else talking about this. To me, it's very clear. It's very clear. Yeah, Fire Legend. We'll talk about that. Someone here that we know did the same thing. I don't know if who you're talking about is the same, but someone in our community did that and is regretting that sale big time. Yes, could this be another big dip coming? Another buying opportunity for all you guys that have been sitting out here waiting for the price to drop more. Right now, Dogecoin is not as volatile as what we've seen with Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana, which is kind of interesting because it's usually Doge that is much more volatile. But this isn't, Doge is not where the heavy leverage trading is going on right now. It's in ETH, it's in Bitcoin, it's in Solana. And they're taking them out. They're taking them out. So let me drop here in the corner. Let me check in on the chat, and then we'll get into the news and all of that. Hey, Jason, how are you? Mars, welcome. VGuard, hey, how are you? Yes, grubbing money before the next leg up, which again, we got to get through the summer. Retail is on vacation, taking vacations, cooling it, waiting, playing with meme tokens, a lot of that going on, but not enough to move the big cryptos. There's not enough retail going on, not right now. So here we are. I will make my July price prediction video this weekend. I hope you enjoy it. You're probably not going to like the response. You're not going to like the target. But it is what it is. So yeah, for those that just came, Jason asked earlier, what if the exchanges are trading against themselves to create a profit? Yep. They make price go up when they want price to go up. They make price go down when they want the price to go down. Especially when there's not a lot of retail trading going on. That's what we've got. Again, we'll talk about what we can do as retail traders. I'm considering selling my Tesla shares for more Doge. Tesla hit 200 today. That $200 Tesla looks good, but it was up higher earlier this year. It was like about 240 or something like that, Mars. Let's look at Tesla here. Here's NVIDIA. NVIDIA actually traded up near the close and then did a dump right on the Friday close. So this is end of the month. End of the month trading in stocks. So a lot of volatility right in the last hour here to close out the month. Now there's some after hours trading. NVIDIA is up to about 123.69 now. But usually on Fridays at month end, the after hours trading very quickly dies down and it ends up not really moving that much. All the action is right here. in the trading in the last hour. So Tesla ended up at 197.88. This morning it was at 203. And then profit taking. End of the month, profit taking. End of the quarter, end of the half year, right? Whatever they call it. So Tesla couldn't keep that 200. There's so much good news about Tesla right now that the only thing I think, Mars, that would bet against that would be the overall economy. And if the overall economy is not doing well, then Tesla will probably go back down. But right now, again, we're 5 months away from the presidential election, 4 months now, something like that. The Democrats are not going to want the economy to look bad. They're not going to want to see stocks drop down in price. So stocks are not a bad place to be through the rest of the summer, where crypto could be a little tougher. Again, don't know what's going to happen. But I am not selling my Tesla stock and trading it for Doge. Again, I can only tell you what I'm doing. I can't advise you, but I'm not selling my Tesla stock for Doge. I'm keeping it. Have you checked Coin Analyze to see if longs are actually getting liquidated? Well, I look at this Coin Glass here. This is what I look at, and it shows me the longs getting liquidated. Now, right now, there's some new shorts that are just getting liquidated here. It looks like ETH's price is probably going back up right now. So in the last couple of minutes, I mean, $50,000 short just got liquidated. So that means the ETH price actually just went up a little bit. And there we go. So somebody, while the price is going down, entered a short position, probably right there. Price goes up, and they just got liquidated. $50,000 just gave away, just like that. So yeah, this is on CoinGlass. They do liquidation data, and you can see live all the liquidations going on right here on all of these major exchanges. So CoinGlass has APIs of these where they get this data, and the data happens live. And you can see the liquidations both on the short side and the long side as they happen. That's live. So that's what I used for a reference. And I posted on X Twitter just another day of crypto liquidations, about $30 million in the last hour of leverage longs getting wiped out. If the degens would stop gambling with leverage, we could probably go much higher. But no. Yeah, how is Bonk doing, Venom? I have not checked in on Bonk today. It's pretty much following everything else, just kind of floating down right now. So it's at 22.000022. For those looking for an entry position for Bonk, could it dip below 20? Maybe. My entry point was still down at around 10, 12, somewhere around there. So I'm still pretty well into the green still. But I bought it last fall. But I'm still holding and waiting. See what happens. Get in early before BlackRock buys everything. Right now, as far as I know, for sure, BlackRock is still just buying in order to have the Bitcoin that they need to support the buyers of their spot ETFs. There's no proof yet of BlackRock actually buying Bitcoin or any other crypto for their own personal company's gain. So it's all their traders that are selling their spot ETFs to their clients, and then they have to have the Bitcoin to back it up. But I hear a lot of people saying that about BlackRock, and we'll see what happens with ETH though. Nothing, the game is over. We knew once institutions got in, it would be over. This kind of degenerate long and short leverage trading is not all institutions. There's some very wealthy traders out there that are gambling. That's what's going on. Yes, I'm sure there's the who was it with FTX? Alameda. Remember Alameda? Sam Bankman-Fried set up, right? And then had Caroline, right, be sort of the head. And she and her gang were trying to trade to make more money. I'll bet they did a lot of leverage trading. And over the couple of years when she was in charge, Alameda lost a lot of money. And they had their own exchange. How do you lose money there? But she did. Unfortunately, it was a bear market. Tough to make it in a bear market. Tough to make it. But if you short it at the right time in a bear market, you can make money. But degens will be degens, gamblers will be gamblers. So the charts are indicating most of this is spot trading. The open interest in Bitcoin longs is 20 billion. 35 million in liquidations is not a big liquidation day. Well, on a low volume trading day, like we have on this late June afternoon, when you have $1 million liquidations, that's big. And the price can move with low volume. So yes, true, Brad. There are much larger, higher volume trading days, and the liquidations are bigger. Yes. But on today, if the bottom falls out, you're buying 40,000 bonk. Yes, so so we had someone on Monday who's in our community, sell all of his Doge. And he let me know that. And now he feels bad about it because as soon as he sold down here, I mean, he thought the price was going to go down below 10 cents, probably down to 9 cents. And so he's still looking for 9 cents to buy back in. Will Dogecoin go back down to 9 cents? Okay, so this is not the leverage trading now. Now this is spot trading, and he's talking about swing trading now. So this is a big swing trade bet. Price was dropping down. He's like, okay, I'm going to sell because it's going to go down more, and I'll buy in at a lower price. Instead, Doge turned around, traded back up over 12.5 cents. And since Tuesday, it's just kind of been going up and down right around this 12.5 cent line, which I've had this blue line on my chart for weeks. 12.5 cent just has a target to it for Dogecoin. And now he's wondering, when does he buy back in? Is Dogecoin going to have another big drop? Again, I don't think it's Dogecoin that's going to lead the way up or down right now. It's going to be on the backs of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. They're going to determine which way the market goes, and Doge is going to follow right now because there's nothing else going on. Now, we did have another money transmitter license approved for X, 31 states now for X payments. Thanks to Doge designer CB Doge for the updates on X. 31 states now. We're getting closer. So did want to give you that update. That's good news. But again, this takes time. It takes time. It's almost, if you didn't think Kriss was going to start at 4 today, you're part of the problem. Yeah. I told you guys I'd probably start a little earlier on Friday, probably at 4, and I did. I mean, when you see the liquidations happening, and particularly Bitcoin coming down, I was like, yep, I need to get on. I didn't know Bitcoin right when I started was going to drop below 60K, but it did. Buying opportunity. That's what I always say. DCA, buy on the dips. Again, not financial advice. Dennis, I've secured some strong positions. I'm hoping for a further price drop to increase my positions. Not a bad strategy. SHIB is undervalued. Yes, we were talking about Doge being undervalued last week. SHIB is even more undervalued. Now, SHIB had a little pump today, and I have no idea what this thing was, but it went right up and right back down. So that was a little SHIB excitement today. But then you zoom out on the 4-hour chart and you're like, yeah, that was nothing. There really wasn't anything. Not as low as it was on Monday, because everything was down on Monday. SHIB was about 1650 there, and now we're at 17. So it hasn't fallen that far, but I still think SHIB is going to go on a big run at some point in time, probably this fall. So accumulating more SHIB, probably not a bad thing. The crypto community thanks you, keeping us in the loop. Doge to the moon. I do what I can. I mean, there's really not a lot of Dogecoin news today. Thought the only thing was that, one more money transmitter license for X that initially probably won't even involve Dogecoin. There will not be crypto and digital assets when X payment starts. It's going to be fiat money. They will add crypto somehow later, I think. Most likely that's how it's going to go. So for now, we wait it out, and that's what we're doing. And Doge is just going to follow the crypto market. What do I think about hamster combat? I don't. Any of those, I don't pay attention to. There's so much crap out there. Not saying that you can't make money on some of that, but. And there was all this pump.fun talk, right? All these token launches on pump.fun. The latest being like Jason Derulo, right? It's like, come on. But now pump.fun has some new competitor, and there's already been like 130,000 new crypto tokens launched on this new platform, whatever it was called, in like a week. 130,000 new crypto meme tokens launched in a week. It's like, how do you pick which one is going to go to the moon? You don't know. Like I say, needle in a haystack. So I don't play that game. I wait until they're established. Do I miss out on gains? Sure. But I don't lose. I'm up on Sheep. I'm up on Pepe. I'm up on Bonk. I'm up on Doge. Those are the only 4 that I have in play right now on the meme side of things. I'm not up as much as others on Pepe because I didn't buy in last summer because I didn't think Pepe was going to be one that would turn into a top 20 crypto. But I'll ride it out here through the rest of the bull market, make some money on it, and then I'm going to sell it. You're going to wait till Sheeb loses another 0 or Bonk? Oh, you're talking about still about Bonk. Yeah. Yeah, Bonk will probably explode. That's why I'm in it too, Dennis. I think Bonk, the whole Solana thing is going to go crazy again, probably this fall. Solana could 10x, but something like Bonk could do more than that. Even though it already did last year, it could do even more this year. Yep. How much Bonk do I have? Good question. How much Bonk do I have? I don't know off the top of my head because I haven't looked at it in a while. How much Bonk? I have my spreadsheets. I keep everything on my spreadsheets. I have 1 million Bonk tokens. Fire Legend. I got 1 million. Oh, wait. Hold it. No, sorry. That's not a decimal. That's a comma. 1 billion. 1,004,800,000 Bonk tokens. Average price is $11.99. That's my average price. $11.99 for Bonk. So let's look at Bonk again. So it's at 22, so I'm up almost double from $11.99, which is my average price. I bought it in 3 chunks, 400 million, 300 million, and then another 300 million. When I was in my Bonk buying phase. So yeah, billion Bonk. I know Bonk went crazy last year. Yeah, just keep scooping it up. You want to see Bonk drop below 15 to buy more. Strong support at 20. Yep. Always. That's why DCAing makes sense. Again, I look for dips and buy on dips. But you don't know at this point how much of a dip there's going to be. Bonk was shining pretty good last fall when those Solana Sega phones came out. There was a lot of buying of Bonk. And you got into Jasmy at 0034. Yep, that's about my price too. Last summer, last June, that's when I was buying Jasmy. 1 year ago, you were told to buy Brett. Who knew what Brett was a year ago, though? Fire Legend, I wouldn't beat yourself up to it. Nobody knew Brett would grow like it is now. I don't beat myself up over that stuff. Aesthetic Cars, how are you? I bought Doge at 14.9. Any chance it goes back up in the next couple months? Yeah, I think over the summer, by August, it'll probably be back up at that price. And then this fall, higher. That's my outlook toward the end of the year. But in the short term, you're going to be sitting at a little bit of a loss. Damien scooped some up on the dip on Monday at 11.8. Yes, Frank, the whales know how to make money either way. Market goes up, market goes down. Yeah, Hayden says bread is only 4 months old. Yeah, so Fire Legend, I don't know. If someone told you a year ago to buy Brett, it might have been a different Brett. Because I think Hayden's right. Because Brett is on base, and base wasn't around a year ago. So I think Hayden's right. Why is Dogecoin better than Bitcoin? Which coin is more well known? If so, why is it trading at 12 cents? Okay, there's 3 questions here. So to unpack, I played at the beginning of this live stream a clip from the Elon Musk interview from Time Magazine about 2.5 years ago when Elon was Time's Person of the Year. And during that interview, he was asked about cryptocurrency, and he came up with this narrative about Dogecoin being better than Bitcoin for transactions. So, and he says, and at the end of the stream, you can go back to right to the beginning and just listen to the first 2 minutes. But essentially, Elon said, look, Bitcoin's great as a store of value now. Store of value, right? Most likely over time, Bitcoin's going to grow up. It is more well-known than Dogecoin is because it was the first cryptocurrency. It's got the largest market cap. Most people outside of our crypto sphere that we live in have probably maybe heard about Bitcoin, but have never heard of Dogecoin for the most part. But if you actually want to use it as a currency for transactions, nobody's using their Bitcoin to buy things. That's the thing. Most people think price of Bitcoin is going to go up from here. So price of Bitcoin goes up and you're spending it now. That means you don't have it later. Now, could the same be true for Dogecoin? Yes, the same could be. But Dogecoin inflates in size. So because of that inflation, the price stays lower. Also, there's a whole crap ton of Dogecoin out there in the market as opposed to Bitcoin. To show you that, I go to coinmarketcap.com, total cryptocurrency prices by market cap, and we can see how many circulating supply there are of coins. Bitcoin now has 19.7 million. The max supply is 21 million. That's all the Bitcoin that can ever be created is 21 million. Has what's called a hard cap, which means that it becomes more scarce. And so its price is $60,000 now per Bitcoin. Dogecoin right here has a circulating supply of 144 billion. 144 now. 144 billion Dogecoins in circulation. And there is no hard cap. Dogecoins continue to be minted. They are given as rewards to miners who are validating transactions on the blockchain, keeping the Dogecoin blockchain safe and secure, which is what we like. But that 10,000 Dogecoin per minute, per block, each new block created every minute, does inflate the amount of Dogecoin. So we all know that coming into Dogecoin. So if you're complaining, oh, Dogecoin's not going to go anywhere because it just keeps inflating, well, then why did you buy Dogecoin? You should have known that already. You should have done your research. So Doge is worth 12 cents now. But that's just because there's 144 billion Dogecoin. There's never going to be 144 billion Bitcoins. It's only going to go to 21 million. So that's the big difference. I don't mind answering those questions for people who don't quite get all of that detail. I don't mind. Bitcoin going up a little bit. ETH going up a little bit. That's going to wreck those new shorts. Liquidate them, wreck them. I don't care. Go Jasmine. Sure. Other advantage Frank has is Doge transaction cost is low. So compared to Bitcoin, Bitcoin has a fee every time you transact with Bitcoin. Every time you transfer, move, anything with Bitcoin, there's a fee, a network fee, which is much larger for Bitcoin than it is for Dogecoin. You can move millions of Dogecoin for fractions of a penny overall as a fee. You can't do that with Bitcoin. Plus, the maximum amount of time it's going to take for you to move Dogecoin from wallet to wallet is 1 minute, where it can take up to 10 minutes for Bitcoin. Again, that's wallet to wallet, not exchange. If you're going to an exchange, that's different because exchanges don't automatically deal with wallets like that. But wallet to wallet, it's 1 minute maximum for Doge. Most of your transactions wallet to wallet for Dogecoin are done in seconds. Another reason Dogecoin is better than Bitcoin for transactions. Oh, yes, Tedward, you're in New York. Your first crypto was Doge, May 10th, 2021. 49-cent Doge. We will get back there, Venom. At least it wasn't 69 cents, as some people have bought. Denise, how are you? No, I sold my fetch. I sold my fetch at profit. When did I sell my fetch? Go to my trusty spreadsheet here, because I have all my dates of when I buy and sell everything. Fetch. I sold out of fetch back in February. I sold fetch. I booked my profit on it and I rolled that into SUI is what I did. So on Coinbase, you got to sell it. You have to sell it. They're not going to do the migration for you. That's why price is going down on fetch. This whole decrease in the price of fetch here is all being driven by Coinbase and people selling their fetch, because Coinbase is not going to do the migration. It's the only thing you can do, Denise, is sell it. And hopefully you buy your new AI S token or whatever it's called at a lower price than you sell the fetch for. So if you sell at $1.40, maybe next week you can buy the new AI token, hopefully for a little bit less. But that's all you can do with Coinbase. You could transfer it to another exchange that might do the conversion for you, but I don't know who you would work with for that. But yes, Singularity is selling off, Ocean is selling off, Fetch is selling off because of Coinbase. Which is unfortunate. It's a good project, right? Neat idea what they're doing. Combining forces are going to create this, mega AI project. Over time, it's probably going to do very well. And maybe I'll buy some of those new tokens next week or the week after. But Coinbase is not going to be doing the transition for its holders. So people are selling and selling and selling. Exactly. Roll the dice and pick one. That's life in the meme token world. Roll the dice and pick one, right? Yep. Feel negatively about Dogecoin due to lack of news. Nope. This is just a pullback. It's all it is a pullback. Something big will happen at some point in time, and you just need to be patient. That's what I'm doing. Will Dogecoin even get back up to 73 cents? We don't know. We don't know. Book a Meme is back in the top 100. I saw that. So, these big meme coins that have so-called made it, right? That are up over, $500 million market caps. Not bad. Let's see where Bohm is right now. Number 98, $675 million market cap. But today, it's down almost 9%. Not a great trading day. So it gained a zero back today. Could be a time to scoop some Bohm up if you think Book a Meme is going to move up in the top 100. Might be an opportunity. Personally, I'm not buying. I'm kind of set with, after my Pepe purchase, I think I'm good on the meme front. But Denise is like, yeah, maybe this AI token, once the conversion is done, might be able to scoop some of that up. We'll see. Because I trade on Coinbase. I have a link in the description below. If any of you are interested in joining Coinbase and you haven't already, and with Coinbase, use my link, open a new account, you fund it with at least $100. And I think they still have the deal where you get to spin the Bitcoin wheel and they give out free Bitcoin, which could end up at usually anywhere between $1 and $10 worth of Bitcoin. But it's free Bitcoin. I know it's crazy how many new crypto tokens are being made. And that was just on this new platform. Again, I don't even remember the name of it. I think it's built on Optimism, if I recall. And it's a new launch pad for meme tokens that is a rival of Pump.fun. Too easy to make a new cryptocurrency. Will Trump memes explode? Yeah, probably. Why are decentralized cryptocurrency tokens needed for blockchain? Is this mainly to raise funds, pay transaction fees? Some of it is for governance. Like if you want to be involved in a project and you want to vote on new initiatives for a project, things like that, tokens are used for governance. So there's a lot of reasons, a lot of different uses for tokens for crypto projects. What is the significance of memes? Well, I mean, Dogecoin was made just to make fun of all of the new cryptocurrencies that were being made back in 2013, over 10 years ago, where Jackson Palmer had this idea of like, wouldn't it be just dumb to like make a new crypto, but just base it off of a meme like a Doge? And that's all it was just a joke. Now people see it as money grab. And still kind of a joke too. But there's something about memes that kind of transcends outside of crypto. So it gives a certain project some recognition, some exposure. And some of them are just dumb, like a dog with a hat. It's like, really, a dog with a hat? The magic of Doge, it sells itself. That's right. Could Bonk go up 10x? Sure. Sure it can. Where is Bonk right now? Haven't looked at it for a while. There's WIF up here at number 47. Here's Bonk at 54. So Bonk has a $1.5 billion market cap right now. 1.5 billion. If it did a 10x, that would be 15 billion. So Bonk would become a $15 billion cryptocurrency. That would move it up. Well, if everything else stayed the same, it would move it up to number 10. I mean, SHIB is at 10 billion. But Bonk could actually, with Solana, have a use case. It could actually, I mean, that was the deal with those phones last year, was they airdropped Bonk into those phones. So you bought a phone, you got free Bonk. And there's talk that the Solana devs are considering other uses of Bonk within the Solana ecosystem. That sounds reasonable enough to me. It's better than just buying a meme that doesn't do anything. Bonk's market cap is larger than AMC. That's something. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. Does Pepe have a hard market cap? My understanding is yes. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, it's max supply, 420,690,000,000,000 Pepe tokens right there. 420, 690, 000,000,000. And they're all in circulation. There's no minting new tokens. It is what it is. Who owns all of these? I don't know. I don't know the breakup of all of the wallets that hold all these Pepe tokens. I don't know. But yes, it's a total supply of 420 trillion, 600, well, it's close, 690 billion. I don't know why it's off by some small number of like a million. I don't know why it's like a million Pepe short between circulating supply and max supply. Maybe they're going to burn a million of them or something. I don't know. But yeah. So again, Pepe is not a proof of work cryptocurrency, right? It's proof of stake. Not even that. It's just minted tokens built on Ethereum. ERC20 tokens. That's what they are. Here's the Ethereum contract right here. If you want to go look at the contract, you can. And then you can see all the big wallets that have crap tons of Pepe tokens, but you don't know who owns them. You can research it and you can figure out. I'm sure there's articles out there people have written on Reddit or other places who owns all the Pepe. So you can do the research and you can find out that information. So, yep, they're all out there. I do not use Instagram. I used to use Instagram, but Instagram to me just doesn't really reach people. There's not a lot of crypto stuff going on Instagram. It's a great place to post pretty pictures. In my opinion, that's about it. One of my side businesses, I used it for marketing, but it never really grabbed hold of new users. So I didn't get much out of it. So no, I don't use Instagram. Thinking of buying either more Bonk or Pepe? Oh, that would be somebody stole my name. So somebody created an account on Instagram and they're using my name, is what that is. And it's probably not something very nice, would be my guess, if somebody doesn't like me. But thanks for letting me know. That is not me. That is not me. Doge ups and downs because the crypto money ride is like a roller coaster. Yep. But again, like I said earlier, for those that don't know, this is all based on liquidations. And here we are on CoinGlass, and we're looking at live liquidations as this is going, prices dropping. So we're getting more leveraged longs being liquidated every minute. So on CoinGlass liquidation data live, you can see which bets, it's like gambling, which bets at what value are being liquidated at any time. There's a Pepe, $2,000. Somebody just lost on Pepe. Sats must be dropping. Rats, I don't know who's trading rats, but if you're trading rats and you're using leverage, you're getting liquidated. More Pepe longs liquidated. Here's a big one, $21,000 right there. Just got liquidated on Pepe at 11.57 price. $21,000. So if you weren't here earlier, we were talking about leverage, and that's what's going on today. This is all about liquidating leveraged long trading, the futures trading. And I get from Coinbase, right? I get these promotional emails all the time about futures trading. And it's just like, no, I am not touching leverage because of this. Exactly. I mean, all great news, right? ETH ETFs are going to be starting next week, right? Solana ETFs are now being applied for. So the Solana price goes up. And as I showed on the chart earlier in the week, we had this big run on Solana. Price went way up, right? Because the news came out. And what happens is then you got a bunch of people starting to open these big leveraged longs, right? Because like Solana's pumping, opening up leveraged longs and just going to ride the price up, but going to do it with leverage so you can make 5x, 10x, 20x your profit. And then what happens? They dump it. And then they dump it again. And now they're dumping it again to wipe out all of those leveraged longs that were made up here. That's what today is about. Is there any news that's causing this? No, not really. I mean, we've got Mt. Gox, right? Bitcoin distributions. But now some are saying won't be that bad. Ethereum ETF could surprise. We've got Bitcoin spot ETFs, but the net inflows were inflows again for another day as of yesterday. Again, we don't know what today's are yet, hasn't been posted. But that's positive, 3 days in a row. So that's good. Is Germany selling more Bitcoin? Is the United States selling Bitcoin? Hard to say. Could be. That could be some of this Bitcoin sell-off. But I've been watching this all day, these liquidations. That's what it is. Somebody just lost $10,000 of Pepe long, liquidated right there. $47,000 in another Pepe liquidation, this time on CoinEx. The exchanges do not want you to win. They're wiping out the leverage. They're clearing out all of that leverage. That's what's going on. So what can you do about it? First, don't trade with leverage. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do, but I would not be touching leverage, and I'm not. It's like gambling, and you'll lose. I mean, look at the leverage that's just getting wiped out right now as this just scrolls right through. It's like almost every cryptocurrency, and they're just getting wiped. Leverage. Price is dropping now. And it's everything. I know, bull run, exactly. That's what's happening. But if I don't show it and don't talk about it, people don't all know. You know, and I know, but that's what's happening. Exactly, Ewan. Leverage is a recipe for disaster. So I know you guys that come here are trading leverage because we talk about it enough, but here is the real proof of why. I mean, look at this. This is crazy right now. This is crazy. Look at all of these leverage positions getting liquidated. Wow. No, liquidation isn't taking profits. These are exchanges liquidating your positions because you're not in profit. You're in the negative. For example, on Bitcoin, if you opened up a leverage position up here at 61,000, and when you opened it, you said your bottom is going to be 60, right? Price drops below 60, the exchange liquidates your position, you lose, you get zero. If you put $10,000, let's say a 5x from 61,000, the price is going to go up, but instead the price goes down and it liquidates your position, your 10,000's gone. Gone. You get zero. That's not taking profits. That's not selling at a loss. That's gambling, and you can lose it all. That's what that is. Who gets the money? The exchanges. Yes, almost. The exchanges get the money. It's like candy. Because if they did a $10,000, right, Bitcoin at 61K, and they did a 10x leverage, right? For every $1,000 Bitcoin goes up, they're profiting, let's just call it $10,000, not 1,000. It doesn't quite exactly work out that way, but roughly you can say 10x. So for every $1,000 that goes up, the exchange is losing $9,000 to you when you eventually take profits. But if they liquidate you, they keep all 10,000. Gone. That's what's happening. But that also means it should pump back up since shorts got created, which should get liquidated. They will, they'll take care of the shorts later, right? Yeah, price will come back up because they're going to want to liquidate shorts as well. But right now, it's the longs. And with all the good news out there, there's probably a lot more longs being bet than shorts. There's some websites that track that stuff. The open interest longs versus shorts. Crypto learning curves. I do what I can. Do what I can. I feel like this is more like a final flush before a big run. It does seem to feel that way. This drop of Bitcoin back to 60K here this afternoon does kind of feel like that. Just like one last drop here to wipe out some big leverage positions. Again, right when this hit 59.9, I saw two $1 million leverage longs get liquidated. When this hit 59.9, there were two $1 million individual leverage bets, leverage trades that got liquidated. So yeah. Do you think X will activate Dogecoin transactions before fiat? No. No, that's not going to happen. The money transmitter licenses that X Payments is receiving here, for most of these states, these money transmitter licenses do not include digital assets. Some of them do, like Rhode Island is one. Rhode Island has one transmitter license that includes both fiat and digital. But most of these do not, and they're only for dollars, for fiat. So that just leads me to believe X Payments will launch. It's just going to be in the United States to begin with, and it's going to be for dollars. That's how they're starting. Most of these states, they need to do additional applications in order to transact in digital currencies. And they have not done that. Chasing zeros will make you a zero. Yeah. Sergio bought more Doge, buying on the dip. Bringing the average down a little bit. Yep. Hey, there's the Dogecoin dog. So, yep, if you got down here at like 12.2 right now, just on that dip, that's a pretty good price. Will it go lower? I don't know. Could. Again, that's going to depend on Bitcoin. It's going to depend on ETH. If there are more degens that have big $1 million bets even lower, they're going to want to drop that price, grab that, liquidate that additional $1 million bet. That's what they're going to want to do. Because they don't want to pay out $1 million. That comes out of the exchange's profits. They want to liquidate that. I know, Bull Run. YouTube guys promoting leverage trading. It is crazy. I said earlier, I think George has quieted that down now on Cryptos R Us, which I think is good. But again, like this fall, if everything's running again and we're in this big like bull run, that he's going to be showing his leverage trades again. But I think he got wrecked too this past couple months, and so you don't hear it from him. But I hear like Ivan on Tech, right? He promotes Bybit, and what is his saying every video? You can go long, you can go short, right? He says that every day, every video. And I'm just like, oh, dude, he just wants you to sign up for Bybit using his link, right? He gets affiliate income from that. So he doesn't care. And I don't hear him talking about using leverage, but he sells product by promoting it that way. The liquidation heat maps are showing almost only shorts left. Could be because they've just done a crap ton of long liquidations. So that would be a, let's see what we get here. Bitcoin liquidation heat map. It's CoinGlass as well. See what we get. These charts are kind of hard to read. But yeah, below 60K, it's not as huge as the ones that are up here above 62,000, which would be the shorts. Those would be the liquidation positions for shorts. So these are the ones that got liquidated, is that what you're saying? The ones over here? I've never used this before. Wow. So yeah, there were big liquidations going on here on earlier today. They were these big ones. These are the ones I saw right here. Some $1 million longs liquidated. Looks like the next level down here at 59.8. There's like $13 million there still. $17 million at 59,799. There's still some good size ones down here, but the big things are up here for the shorts now. Interesting. I've never really looked at this. Yep, wiping them out. You hope George will stop promoting leverage? I know. He's got such a big channel. And I type in the chat as much as I can if I'm watching, and when he was doing that before, but he doesn't really read the chat unless you give him a super chat, because that's about all he's able to read are the super chats. And I don't really feel like paying him money to tell him what not to do. He should know better. He should know better. All right, story time. You guys ready? This trader reportedly lost it all. $12 million gone forever. What did he do? So this was on X, Maya Hedge. So Maya promoted back on June 23rd, and this was when the ETH ETFs were announced. Like, that the SEC basically said that pathway was clear for ETH ETFs, and all the news looked like it was probably going to be about July 2nd, because they were resubmitting and getting their last filings in, all of that. So Maya says, I bought another 10 million in ETH, $10 million in ETH. Here's my reasoning on why I think this trend has been carried in an excess and why we'll get another positive week before grayscale outflows start. And so this again was on the 23rd. So why do I think now is a good entry? Thought there was a lot of reasons why Maya thought that was the low on ETH's price. Again, this was June 23rd, and we can see what ETH's price was on June 23rd. Yep, it was up here, 3,500. Right? So Maya didn't just buy $10 million worth of ETH. No. Highly risky means what? Leverage. 9.9 million with leverage. This was on Bybit. Actually showed the trades and open long. Doesn't say the leverage amount. As Charlie Munger once said, there are 3 ways to go broke: ladies, liquor, and leverage. And that was Uptown Stonks posted on June 24th. Ladies, liquor, and leverage. Isn't that hilarious? I love that. Well, guess what happened? Guess what happened? I mean, why would 10 million in ETH? I mean, that's a lot, right? Just buying it though, spot. At least if it goes down, you're in the game for when it eventually goes back up, right? But no, Maya put it all in leverage. And then guess what? I lost it all. $12 million, my whole net worth, because Maya said here that he topped off. He added some more right here. My whole net worth gone forever. I should have never touched leverage. This was a huge mistake. I thought I could become one of the greatest. I really did. Now I'm left with nothing. So, do you think this drop right here in the price of ETH, do you think that drop right there in red was caused by this leverage trade? I do. I absolutely do. Because that exchange did not want to lose $10 million. They saw that $10 million trade topped up to $12 million. And instead of the price going up, like Maya thought the price would based on that news, that exchange saw that $12 million being traded in a leveraged position. Again, it wasn't revealed how many X the leverage was. No. Price dumps down, $12 million gets wiped out. Yeah, splash. Definitely. It's not a coincidence. It's absolutely not a coincidence. Which is why we as retail traders, you look for those dips and then you buy on the dip spot and you hold for future gains. And that's what it's a long game here. Cryptocurrency, you can make a ton of money in the long game. In the short game like that, it's gambling. I know, loser, total loser. This guy thought he could be like the greatest trader, posted it all on X, the trades that he made, and got totally wiped out. It's like, wow. Exactly. Yeah, I like Rob too, digital assets. I catch Rob a lot. He does go down the meme rabbit hole a lot. And he spends a lot of time on crypto games, partially because he bought the rights. He and a partner of his bought the rights to Flappy Bird, and they're trying to port Flappy Bird into a Web3 game. So he's now getting a little more involved in the crypto game side of things. But when it comes to Bitcoin and the main crypto trading, he's very reasonable. And of course, I steal his 4-year cycle charts and things like that because he's got some good charts. And I tell him that. So thanks, Rob. I stole your chart. I mean, he steals stuff too all the time, and he admits it, right? Mostly from Ben Cowan. He steals from Ben. But yeah, level-headed. And it's a long game too for him. Same thing. Thanks, Bull Run. Trying to keep it real. Thank you, Dino. Appreciate it. Again, there's two things. There's two things about crypto. One is, first, making money, right? It's hard to make money in crypto. You may think, oh, crypto is easy to make money. No, it isn't. It's hard because, again, you got to buy in at the right time. The cycles generally are going to be followed. We think they are, and that's what I've been showing. And that's why last summer we were buying up all of this crypto for the Kriss DCA portfolio, which is still up over 120% for a year, just a little under a year, and we're up 120%. That's not bad. That's better than you're going to get in the stock market. So it's buying at the right time and just holding. So making money in crypto is hard, but keeping money in crypto, that could be even harder. Keeping money in crypto, because you got two things battling you. Actually, three things. One is leverage, right? So if you're going to trade with leverage, you can get liquidated. So that's how you can lose crypto. Two is when there's a big dip and you think the world's going to end and you sell your crypto because you're afraid, right? And you get shaken out, right? That's how you can lose. And the third is if you get scammed, right? You click on some phishing link, you connect your wallet to some site because you're going to get some airdrop of some free tokens or something. It's like, and then what happens? All of a sudden your wallet is emptied out. So make money in crypto and you're keeping your crypto. Those are the two things you got to look out for. It's not really that game, Splash. It's not really that game with exchanges, because many exchanges are gifted tokens, right? And so you're buying off an exchange. That doesn't mean somebody sold them. So it doesn't quite work that way with crypto. Some crypto is like that, yes. If you're swapping tokens, it's more like that. But most of the crypto trading is not really a buyer and a seller. You're just buying coins that are on an exchange. And especially with Robinhood, let's say. I mean, Robinhood, you're not even trading coins. You're just trading the price. There's no coins changing hands or changing wallets if you're trading cryptocurrency on Robinhood. No coins change wallets. You're just betting on the price. So nobody's losing if you gain, and if you lose, nobody's gaining from that kind of one-to-one kind of perspective. Yeah, Bankston. Yeah, talk about the debate. Crypto wasn't mentioned, didn't come up as I'd predicted. Somebody asked me on Wednesday whether I thought crypto was going to be in the debate, and I said nope. Nope. So not really relevant. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out on the Democrat side here in the US. Is Biden still going to be the nominee? Is something going to happen at the convention where they change the nominee? The latest news this afternoon from Biden's camp was, no, he's not going to drop off. He's going to be better prepared for the next debate, like all this stuff. But what else is he going to say? If he says that he's no longer going to run, and someone will say, well, if you're not fit to be president next year, then you should be president now. Like all of that stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But that's my take on the whole debate thing. But yeah, Biden looked bad. Should you buy more Doge now or wait? Well, Ahmad, that is a question you have to answer for yourself. I cannot answer that question. I will just say it just dipped down to 12.2, and that seemed to be a good price to me. We just saw this dip right here to 12.2. Seems like a good price. Anything in the 12s might be a good price if Dogecoin goes up to 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, but we don't know if and when that's going to happen. So you've got to make that decision yourself. Yeah, we talked about the Solana ETFs earlier, but Bullrun, that doesn't mean they're going to get approved. Just because two companies now have, the VanEck and the ARK, have filed for Solana ETFs does not mean they're going to be approved. And the difference between them is there's no futures ETFs first, like there was with Bitcoin and Ethereum. They already had the futures product. There is none for Solana. And my guess is that the SEC doesn't like Solana. So I still don't think Solana is going to get approved for an ETF. But who knows? Crypto is like a virtual piggy bank. Better return on investment over time than a bank will give you. Exactly, Frank. Again, it depends on when you buy, though. If you wait and you buy up at the top of the market, then you got to wait at least 4 years to have a chance of seeing a positive return, because you're going to go into a bear market, as crypto cycles have gone in the past. Which is why late 2022, early 2023, and last summer is when I was accumulating most of the crypto that's in my portfolio, because I see that as bottom of the market. So if you start buying now, I still think you're in a good position, but percentage-wise, not as good as you had bought a year ago, because many, like Jasmy, Bonk, Pepe, are all up huge from where they were a year ago. Some haven't run yet. Algorand is one, still waiting. Cardano hasn't run yet, still waiting. So there's probably some good opportunities. But we don't know. I mean, they're probably not going to be as volatile as the memes or others, and so you're not going to get huge returns. But I think what happens is so many get spoiled, right? You have one coin that does like a 10x or a 20x or something, and you think, oh, this is easy. I can just do this again and again and again. But it doesn't work that way. And there's no guarantee this fall that the whole crypto market is going to go up like I think it is. But there's no guarantee of that. So many out there on YouTube would just take it as a given. Oh yeah, it's all going to be higher. We don't know. Many don't have the patience. That's true. Patience is hard. It is hard. Yeah, if you transfer your coins to a ledger like this one, again, to shill my affiliate link I have with Ledger below, if you want a hardware wallet, I use the Ledger. You're not going to be selling those coins that are in a hardware wallet on a dip. You're not going to have paper hands. You're not going to freak out because you can't immediately sell. Well, unless you go on Ledger Live, right? And you like panic sell on Ledger Live, but I do not recommend that. But you can now do that. You were joking. Got it, Eric. Volatility is our friend. You know, essentially when you have this more volatility, you get volume ticking up, and even if prices are going down, to me, that just means that when this turns around and goes back up, it'll go back up higher. That's what I think. Yes, patience, bull run. Exactly. I've been talking that since I started doing YouTube videos in crypto. It's all been about patience. Frank asks, why does Robinhood limit its choices? I think they initially, well, so Robinhood mostly trades stocks. I mean, that's when they started, they were making most of their money in stocks. And when they started crypto, which again, when it started, it was Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and they added Doge in 2019. So Doge was one of the early ones that they had. And what is the one thing in common that those four have? They're all proof of work cryptocurrencies. So they did not want to get in trouble with the SEC. They added Solana, they added Cardano, and then what happened? SEC went after another exchange, which was it KuCoin or Kraken, one of those, and they listed all of the tokens that they said were securities, and included in that list was Solana and Cardano. And Robinhood said, uh-oh, we don't want to get a Wells notice and get sued by the SEC, so we're going to drop those. So they did. The reason why Robinhood doesn't have the whole slew of cryptos like Coinbase has is for fear of the SEC coming at. They don't want to mess with the SEC. Now they do have Aave. They do have a few others that aren't proof of work cryptocurrencies, but they must feel confident enough in those. That's Avalanche, Aave. They've got Ethereum Classic, but again, that's a proof of work. That was one of the first ones they had. And there's a couple others that they added. So they must feel confident enough about those tokens that they are not going to be deemed to be securities by the SEC. Otherwise, they would have dropped them too. Yeah, many believe Robinhood is trash. Yes. But for many, it's people's first introduction into cryptocurrency. So it opens the door to new users, which is overall good for the space, I think. Even though, yes, I agree, Robinhood is trash. But if you want to try out Robinhood, I do have a link in the description below, and you get a couple free stocks when you join. I'll do the old meet Kevin thing, right? He's in the middle of this long explanation of all this stuff, and then he starts talking about like buying house insurance or something. He goes on a whole advertisement. But this is all I promote right here, are these right here. And I'm talking to crypto.com. We're trying to put something together. So I may become an affiliate with them as well. We'll see how that works out. Does Dogecoin as a proof of work make it a safer investment? Not necessarily. But what it does as a proof of work cryptocurrency is two things. One is because it has its own blockchain, and the proof of work allows it to keep its blockchain safe and secure, you can't hack it, right? It's not like some of these proof of stake cryptocurrencies with bridges and things that get hacked. You can't do that with Dogecoin. So it makes it safer, right? In that sense, not safer in terms of like price volatility, because Dogecoin can still go down considerably, which we saw from 2021 to 2022. So if that's what you mean by safe, then yes, as a proof of work cryptocurrency, it's safer because it can't get hacked. We saw Harmony One, for instance, had the Ronin bridge. The bridge got hacked. Crap ton of Harmony One tokens got stolen, right? They ran them through Tornado Cash or whatever, right? And that hurt. It wasn't anything against Harmony One itself, but it was that bridge that got hacked. And no one can do that with Dogecoin, and Dogecoin isn't going to bridge to anything. So it's safe in that manner. All right, bull run. Have a good evening. So let's see how the market treats us. Yeah, Frankie, we'll see. Again, my whole narrative is about the 4-year cycles. And let's see what this fall, this winter brings us going into 2025. That's the run that I'm still waiting for. Big Box, how are you? What's your opinion on creators saying the 4-year cycle is bunk and that it's shorting, pointing towards a Q4 bull run that has the top? There could be an accelerated cycle that once the US presidential elections are done, that could be the top and we could hit it in 2024 instead of 2025. That's still out there. I still think it's going to go at least into early 2025. But once we get to this fall, if prices are starting to accelerate and go up, on this channel, we're going to start talking about layering out profits and not trying to hit the top, because you might miss it, right? You might be waiting for the top and the top already happened and you're still sitting there with all your coins and prices are going back down. So we're going to be talking about strategies on how to mitigate that risk. If you're in it for a shorter term profit thing, if you're just buying a bunch of crypto now and you're not going to touch it for 4 or 8 years or more, then it doesn't matter. Then you just want to follow the cycles and the trends of when you're going to buy more and try and get more at lower prices. I will tell you that come this fall, if the prices are accelerating, I'm done buying crypto until 2026. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to buy anymore, because then you're running the risk of buying at the top. And I did a little bit of that in 2021. VeChain and Harmony One were a couple of them that I bought, and they were kind of the late runners in 2021. Luckily, I didn't put a lot into them, but it took a while for me to dollar cost average my average price down, in 2022 and 2023, when I was buying more at the bottom to bring my average down. So I will not be buying more crypto late this year and none next year. That's my plan right now. I'm not going to buy anymore. Now, there's no guarantee that 2026 is going to be a bear cycle and the price of crypto is going to drop, but we don't know that. So I'm still going to follow that 4-year cycle trend. until it's not, right? I'll believe it until it isn't anymore. Again, it's going to be mitigating the risk, and that's what I'll be doing. Buy on Robinhood, move to Ledger. Yes, you can do that now, Joe. Robinhood allows you to do that. When you buy crypto on Robinhood, you don't own it. Robinhood keeps it on your behalf, but it does allow you a transfer from a wallet, which isn't your personal wallet. It's a Robinhood wallet, right? That the coins then flow through to go to a Ledger or Tangent or whatever wallet, individual wallet you use. You could go to Trust Wallet or MetaMask. Again, I don't recommend those. Those are soft wallets. I don't recommend them. And MetaMask now is under the scrutiny of the SEC. So Consensus is getting sued. And they don't like all of the how MetaMask is being used to do all of these swaps. So be careful with MetaMask. Plus, it can get hacked. So be careful with that too. Again, you want to make money in crypto, but you also want to keep your crypto. You don't want it to get hacked. So be safe. Yeah, I remember the halts on Robinhood too. First, they did it with GameStop, AMC. What were the other ones? BlackBerry and Nokia. Those were kind of the four. I guess there might have been one or two more of the meme stocks that were going crazy and they halted the buying. But then they did it with Doge. Yes, they did. And that was bad. Vlad blamed it on the volatility on the app, the huge volume, couldn't handle the load, et cetera, but nobody believed him. Nobody believed him. But yes, if it wasn't for Robinhood, you might not have found Doge. Yeah, the crazy hype will be there. That's for sure, Big Box. This next run, if it's as epic as people think, the hype is going to be there. And what's going to end up happening is there's going to be a lot of new people coming into the space. They're going to be buying at the top, just like we saw back in 2021. That's going to happen. You mean Matt Wallace, Joe? Probably mean Matt. You love using Robinhood? Robinhood's easy. I mean, there is that, right? Robinhood is a very easy app to use. It's safe, as safe goes on any so-called exchange, but it's not really an exchange. And when you buy, you don't get the best price, but it's easy to use. You keep it all in one place. You always know where you stand. And now that it has this so-called wallet system, you can actually transfer and move crypto if you need to. So it's not bad. What's the difference between keeping your crypto on OKX or moving it to a ledger? It's because when it's on an exchange, you don't own it. And if you're buying crypto for self-custody because you don't like the banks, right? And you actually want to own your own crypto and not be stuck if something happens with an exchange, then you want to transfer to your own wallet. OKX, Coinbase, BitGet, like any of these, right? You don't know what can happen with those exchanges. Something could happen. It could go down. They could get sued. They go bankrupt. I mean, look at all the people on FTX, right? Went bankrupt. Voyager, same thing. So be careful. If you're on an exchange and you have a lot of crypto sitting on an exchange, that's all at risk. You remember the halts? Yep. And we could be seeing those crazy times again coming up. That could happen. I will try and keep more level-headed, but will certainly enjoy seeing some good profits. That's what I'm expecting, but there's no guarantees. Your taxes are simpler on Robinhood too. That is true. If you only use Robinhood, now you're limited, right? You can't go buy Pepe tokens. Can't do that on Robinhood. So, nope. But if you're happy with Bitcoin, Doge, ETH, you can even get SHIB on Robinhood, although there are some states like New York that you can't buy SHIB on Robinhood. I don't know why, but crypto bull run is coming. The charts almost predict it. That's what we think. The charts look very promising, and it all looks like there's going to be a big run, and I'm prepared for it, and I'm ready for it, but there's no guarantees. Did I sell my Doge? No, I did not. So 2021 was my first year in crypto. I did not fully understand the 4-year cycles at the time. And when Doge went crazy in April and May of 2021, we all thought Doge was going to $1. And we were going to diamond hand and hold until Doge reached $1. And before we knew it, Doge was all the way back down to 16 cents. That happened fast. That happened fast. And I did not sell any of my Doge. Still have it, except for the little bit that I spent buying my Tesla Cyber Whistle. I used some of that Dogecoin to buy this whistle from Tesla. Bought Dogecoin. And I've also bought some AMC tickets for movies, and I've used Dogecoin for that. But that initial 500,000 Dogecoin that I bought at 2 cents, total of $10,000, I still have almost all of that Doge still. Who wants anything but Doge? Well, I do. I support cryptocurrencies. I got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a bunch of others. And plus, because I do this channel and I talk to you guys, and it keeps me more knowledgeable about a lot of other cryptocurrencies if I actually own them. So that's what I do. Buy and hold. In 2021, it was hard not to make money with Doge. But then again, it was all on paper if you didn't take any profits. And I did not take any profits in 2021. So 2024, 2025, I will be taking some profits this time. How much? We don't know yet. We don't know how high it's going to go. So again, this fall, we'll start talking about those strategies on how to take profits. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. That's true. But then some people think, oh, the hardware wallet, it's so complicated. And what if something happens during the transfer? You know, crypto is transferred between wallets all the time. The easiest way to get around that is to get a crypto wallet first. And again, you can use my link. This is the Nano S Plus. This is the cheapest ledger, $79. This is the cheapest one. You don't need to spend $150 for an X. You just need this one, the S Plus. It does fine. That's the one I use. That's the one I recommend. And if you've got like $10,000 worth of Doge, let's say it's sitting in Robinhood, and you want to move it all to a ledger, well, don't transfer all 10,000 at once. Do a test transfer. It's like $50 of it or something, right? Do a test transfer from Robinhood to ledger, wallet to wallet, and see how it works. So you're not risking your whole bag. You do a small transfer first, make sure it works, make sure you understand how it works. And then once you do it once, it's easy. Then it's easy. And then the more you're comfortable with it, doing different coins, setting up different coins on your ledger, how it all works. So when the bank has all my money in the bank, I don't own it. That's right, you don't. And the bank doesn't actually have your money. If you have a lot of money in the bank doesn't have your money. The bank uses your money and they go invest it somewhere else to make money off of it. That's why you're limited on how much you can actually withdraw at any one time, because they don't physically have it. If you've got $10 million in a bank account, you can't just go down and say, here's my bag, put $10 million in there. They don't have it. You sold it all in the 50-cent range. Wow, Joe, that's great. Awesome. Yep, I did not. I held. But I was doing this kind of stuff and was like all into the Doge is going to $1 kind of thing. So selling at 50 cents was like, why am I going to sell at 50 cents? Doge is going to $1. That's what just about everybody believed. Even Matt. Matt was all about Dogecoin to $1. So that was smart of you, Joe, to take that profit. That was smart. So I will do it this time. Will it get to 50 cents? I hope so. There are no guarantees. You paid off a car, paid off all your credit card debt, which is great. That's the best thing you can do, is get rid of that debt. Best thing to do. And so then you bought back in at a lower price, right? Now you have another bag of Doge, right? Do the same thing again. Buy in the bear, sell in the bull. Wait a year, do it all again. Easy money, right? Easy money. Yeah, I wish I would have sold some too, back at 50 cents. Yeah, we all want to know, Joe, when you bought back in to Doge. We all want to know. Yep, remember the old days? That was fun. Doing it again. Joe says, I'm the dumbest person with technology, but using a nano ledger wallet is simple. So there you go. There's a good testament right there. Again, don't risk your whole bag on your first transfer wallet to wallet. Do a test transfer, 10 bucks, 20 bucks worth. Especially if it's Dogecoin, the fees are practically nothing. Practically nothing to transfer Doge from wallet to wallet. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. There are some exchanges, like when I was using Binance US, they would have a fee on top of the network fee when you did transfers. Boo. Robinhood doesn't have that, which was nice. They set up a wallet system. They could have put a charge for a wallet transfer out, but they didn't. So that's good. That's good to Robinhood. There's a couple channels. Moon Boys. There were a lot of Moon Boys in 2021. They came out of the woodwork and then they disappeared fast. Disappeared fast. Mar says, I bought at 005, sold at 20 cents, paid off 2 cars. $1,400 to $48,000. Not bad. Could you have made more? Sure, but you can't play that game in your mind. You sold, you took your profit. Any profit is good, right? You're never going to buy at the bottom and sell at the top. You're never going to hit that right. But you can get close. I mean, I'm watching the Jasmy right now. And I bought Jasmy at 0033 just about a year ago. And I'm up almost 10x on that. How much higher is Jasmy going to go? I don't know. But we'll be watching it, and I will start layering out and taking profits. And they're going to be, I mean, it's already good profits. But I'm not ready to sell it yet. So you didn't buy any more Doge yet? You didn't buy back in? Hey, Ryan, how are you? You transferred $164 in ETH I forgot about from 2021 from my Trust wallet to my Robinhood account. Took like 6 minutes. Super easy. Barely use Trust wallet anymore. Yeah, see, the thing with Trust wallet is, you know, it's on your phone, and the SIM swappers have gotten really good taking over phones. And getting into your Trust wallet is one of the easiest things they can do if they've got copied your SIM information. So if you're using a soft wallet on an app on your phone, make sure you've got 2-factor authentication, you've got Face ID, thumbprints, whatever you need to do. Make sure you've got. And it's a pain in the butt every time you log in, right? It's a pain. But what do I say? The 2 hardest things in crypto, one's making money, but the other is keeping your crypto. Keeping your crypto. So, Trust wallet, I don't use anymore. MetaMask wallet, I don't use anymore. I have a MyDoge wallet that's on my phone, and I only keep a small amount of Doge in there to use for tips and things like that. But that's it. Everything else is off. If I get SIM swapped, it'll be an inconvenience. I'm not going to lose a lot of money. But the eSIMs seem to be pretty good with the iPhones. So I'm like, here to stay, diamond hands. Will I keep my BTC? Yes. So I don't have a lot of Bitcoin. It's not one of my biggest holdings. We'll see how the cycle goes. My plan right now is to sell all of my other crypto, a big chunk of my Doge, and then the Bitcoin, we'll see. I may sell it, I may hold on to it. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. And the ETH, I don't know yet either. We'll see how that goes too. But right now the plan is I'm going to be selling it. We'll see if 2026 is really a bear market, but I am not going to hold my crypto all through 2026. No way. If the 4-year cycle plays out again, 2026 is going to be a bear market in crypto. Are we going to drop down below 10 cents? I don't know. Right now, again, it's the crazy degens we were watching earlier, these dips with the, and this is the Bitcoin chart, right? When I started a live stream a couple hours ago, we were watching the dip below 60K. Bitcoin's slowly recovering now. All that volatility is over. But when we started the live stream here, man, the leverage liquidations were just churning through. Crazy. And that was all about leverage, wiping out leveraged longs. Is there more leverage lower? Well, we did look at this liquidation heat map, and this is showing for Bitcoin that there's not a lot of huge leverage down here to liquidate. So according to this chart, I think that fear of the price dropping just based on liquidating leverage positions is now behind us because of all of this leverage that they wiped out here. Millions and millions of dollars coming down to this 60,000 level. So the next thing that they need to take out are the shorts up here. Bitcoin's got to run up here and start liquidating some of those shorts. That's what this crypto trading is all about, like I was saying earlier. It's the battle between the shorts and the longs. The exchanges do not want to pay out this money. They don't want to do it. So that's what we're looking at. So right now, I do not see Doge dropping below 10 cents. Not even below 11 cents. Summer is going to be slow, though. There's not high volume trading. We got to get through July into August. We'll see what happens. I'll be making my video over the weekend of July price prediction, and I'll show examples in the past. Bitcoin has had some pretty decent months in the past of July trading. So that could repeat and that could happen, particularly if all of this leverage is behind us, that the exchanges aren't really going to be pushing price down to 59, 58K because there's not a lot of liquidations to happen down here. They flushed it all out up here. But we'll see. You're most bullish on Jasmy? Me too. ICP I don't follow, so could ICP do well? Maybe. Maybe. But I'm on the Jasmy train. Yep. Mm-hmm. The low fees are why Doge will be used. Right. And again, at the very beginning of this live stream, my intro was a quote from Elon Musk during an interview with Time Magazine from 2.5 years ago. He was interviewed and he talked about the difference between Bitcoin and Dogecoin and why Dogecoin is better for transactions. It's the speed and it's the low fees. As a proof of work cryptocurrency, wallet to wallet, nothing better. While Bitcoin is a store of value, Doge is much better for transactions, much better as a currency. And Elon knows that. So we'll see whether Elon actually backs it up with X at some point in time. Because he talked about it. So when this live stream is through, go back to the beginning and watch just the first 2 minutes, just 2 minutes of your time, if you hadn't heard that before. And that's Elon. Bolivia lifted its ban on Bitcoin. Nice. Many other countries will adopt crypto after El Salvador. Yep, Joe, you'll never go wrong taking profits. And yes, we're going to talk about layering out. Well, what I call layering out is taking profits in increments. Right? If you've got 100,000 Dogecoin, probably best not to sell all 100,000 Dogecoin at one time, because you don't know when the top is. Now, could you get lucky and hit the top and sell all that 100,000 Doge at exactly the right time? Pretty small chance of that. And if you start selling maybe a little earlier than you think the top is, then layering, doing in increments makes a lot of sense. And we'll be talking about that. Never sell BTC seems pointless. Well, except if you're a boomer like me, right? Can't say never sell. I guess somebody would inherit, right? by Bitcoin, right? But the idea is, right, to be spending your last bit of money you have on the day you die. Enjoy it all. Instead of giving it a bunch of away to your heirs, right? Just spend it all. Oh, yeah. I mean, those tokens, it's crazy how much they're manipulated. So I don't get into those, particularly the political tokens. No way. Mentioned on Monday that today was going to be one of the biggest end of month options expiry days in a while. Yeah, I remember that. And also end of the month leverage wipeouts, these liquidations that we were showing. They may not be done yet. I mean, look at Solana down, dropping below $140. I mean, you think Solana would be like going sky high, right? Because Van Eck and ARK put these applications in for these Solana spot ETFs. And it's like, Solana should have been going crazy. Well, guess how much leveraged longs were being bet on Solana? And the exchanges are like, nope, nope, we're going to take you out. School is in session. I like that, Joe. The Biden administration approach to cryptocurrency regulations, the reason why USA isn't more invested in crypto. Absolutely. And Kennedy, Vivek, and even Trump now gets it. And Trump said, hey, this blockchain technology is real. And if the United States keeps acting like they are, that technology is all going to be advanced in some other country, and we're going to be left behind. So he gets it. And America has 1,000 trillionaires, according to Joe Biden. Yes. 1,000 trillionaires. Of course, the spin on that is now his stuttering, right? But big difference between trillionaires and billionaires, I would think. That's not a stutter. That's something up here, just not clicking. Still believe Doge will hit $1? There's a lot of believers still, and we've looked at a lot of charts. We've looked at Ali, we've looked at Trader Tardigrade, we've looked at Crypto Kaleo, right? And they're all showing Doge going much higher than $1 in the next big bull run. We don't know. So we buy the dips. We accumulate in the dips. Coinbase just announced a partnership with Stripe, allowing Stripe users to buy crypto instantly using USDC. Easy fiat to crypto on-ramp. Well, I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, and they also sued the SEC. And the SEC just sued Consensus. It's like lawsuits everywhere. We'll see how it all shakes out. But yeah, we've, as an American, like here in the United States, we got to fix the SEC and do what's right for crypto and not just scare everybody off, in my opinion, because that's what's been happening now, and it's not right. And I get it, right? There's the FTX, there's the Voyager, the Celsius, the Luna, like all of that happened, right? Where was the SEC with those? From what we heard, Gary Gensler was having meetings with Sam Bankman-Fried. It's like, you're having meetings with the guy. Didn't you look at his exchange? Didn't you look at his business? Wouldn't you have seen, if you looked at it, that there were problems there? You could have done something about that before they went bankrupt, and you didn't. That doesn't look good. That's not good. So that's it. That's all I got for today. End of the month. We'll be doing a video this weekend on my July price prediction. We'll be back live on Monday. As usual, sometime between 4 and 5 o'clock, we'll be starting. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you're subscribed. Join the channel if you want to do that. Certainly appreciate that. Hope everybody has a great evening, great weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.